So quite recently Adidas and Fear of God has given us another pair of shoes, which if I'm not mistaken it's the 5th or even the 6th one yet, for which we actually had a first release at the end of 2023 when we had a low version, and in the last couple of weeks we also got the high version for that release. Hello guys and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. In today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at another release coming from Adidas in collaboration with Fear of God. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, which as you can see will come in the same box as the low version which I've dropped a review last year, which will have these 3 black stripes here on top of the lid, which are some rubberized ones. And rather than that, we're just gonna have Adidas and Fear of God written at the front and also at the back. So the design is quite minimal. So let's go ahead and take the lid off guys. So inside we're gonna have a very interesting drop, which dropped in the last couple of weeks, and this one will be the Adidas and the Fear of God Rivalry 86 High. So even though we've been waiting for this collaboration between Adidas and Fear of God since 2020, it seems that just at the end of 2023 we had the first items being released, when we also had the today's drop but in a low version. And since then we actually got a few other drops, but in my opinion I feel that they actually messed it up a bit. They dropped too many items at the same time for a very high retail price, which for sure put a lot of people off. So just before the drop, these ones were retailing, at least here in the UK on the confirmed app, for £250, but I think they actually cut the prices and these ones are now still available on the confirmed app and on other platforms for just £180, which for sure will be a lot less. And you would think that with that price cut, these ones should have just fly out of the shelves, but on the confirmed app these ones are still available in all sizes, which will say a lot about this collection. And even though this one looks quite nice and it will also bring quite good materials, unfortunately, at least in my opinion, the level of comfort for this one guys, it's quite bad. Nevertheless guys, I need to admit that the whole collection coming from this collaboration is a very interesting one with very nice designs, but unfortunately the retail prices are way too high. As an example guys, the tops coming from this collaboration are £200 for a hoodie, £160 for a sweatshirt, or £500 for a car coat. So most definitely I find that even though this one will bring quite interesting designs and also materials, the prices are way too high for these ones to just sell out. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one guys. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have mainly just one material, which will be this washed suede, which for today we have it in this sesame colorway. So this one will have the same panel as the low version, which dropped at the end of 2023, which, as I said in that review as well, unfortunately it won't have any perforation holes to give it some breathability. As in for the actual lacing system guys, for this one we're gonna have your normal punch out holes, which will keep in place these sesame round laces, which as you can see will also have this lace lock here at the top. And in case you are not a big fan of this sesame colorway, which to be honest are working just fine with this upper, in the actual box you're also gonna have a pair of sail laces, which to be honest, at least for me personally, I like it more. So underneath these laces, guys, we're also gonna have an extra long tongue, which will be made out of the same suede material, which at the back will have the same suede material as the one used at the front. But as you can see underneath, from the half section going to the top section, we're also gonna have some extra padding, which for sure will make this one sit a bit better on top of your foot. Continuing now in the midfoot, guys, for this one we're gonna have the very well-known 3 stripes, which to be honest are not sitting in any contrast. It seems that most of these upper will have actually the same colorway. Going now towards the back of the shoe, you can see that just above the heel section we're gonna have a slightly different material which feels like a nubuck, and this one will have embossed this Adidas 3-4 logo, which looks quite nice. Going now inside of the shoe, guys, for this one you can see that we're gonna have like a felt material for this lining, which will have a decent amount of padding underneath, but don't expect too much. And also at the bottom we're gonna have a foam insole, which to be honest doesn't feel to be too squishy. So unfortunately the level of comfort even provided by this insole, it's gonna be almost zero, which will actually take us now to this rubber midsole, which will come in this sail colorway, which has a very minimal design. This one, even though it feels that it's gonna be quite high, it's just gonna be an optical illusion. Your feet will actually sit like halfway, so you shouldn't worry about these ones being that high. So besides this Adidas lettering, which you're gonna have it here on the lateral side of the heel section, we're also gonna have here at the back this black tab, which will have written on top Fear of God, which was present also on the low version from last year. But unfortunately, guys, this rubber material is quite stiff. So now, guys, we can go to this very minimal rubber outsole, which doesn't have any branding whatsoever. This one will also have this herringbone design for the full length, which in my opinion is looking quite nice, but you shouldn't expect too much. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for me, as I have a skinny feet, for this one I just went with my true to size, and this one fits me just fine. And I will say that it's gonna be roughly the same for people with normal feet, but just in case you have wide feet, guys, most definitely you'll need to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this front part of the shoe, which is actually a bit pointy, is not gonna be too snug for you. So overall, guys, this latest release coming from Adidas in collaboration with Fear of God for this Rivalry 86 High. As the previous releases from this collaboration, they are actually bringing quite good materials and a very interesting design. But unfortunately, the level of comfort for this one, guys, it's almost inexistent. We're gonna have a very stiff rubber midsole, which to be honest doesn't feel too good underfoot as well, which is a shame, given that we're gonna have quite good materials for this upper. I really feel that this one is actually a very disappointing drop. But as I said earlier, at least the price went down quite a lot, given that this one was supposed to drop for around 250 pounds or 300 US dollars, and this one you can actually buy now for 180 pounds or around 220 US dollars. But for sure, at least for me personally, it's not about the money too much. As long as we are getting quite good materials, I really feel that the level of comfort should be quite close for this quality of the materials, which, as I've said earlier, the comfort for this one, guys, is almost inexistent. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this latest release coming from this collaboration between Adidas and Fear of God, which for today we had it for this Rivalry 86 High. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at my other reviews coming from this collaboration between Adidas and Fear of God, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching!